we are doing our Netflix reviews. This is Granny Tino, and this lovely lady next to me is Samantha Wagoner. But for all intents and purposes, she is. What? Tell them your stage name.
Felina Cats.
That's it. So I am Granny Tino, and that's Miss Felina Katz, as usual, with her pussy. The woman just can't keep her hands off it. I don't know what to say. And now she's eating it. Oh, is there a line for that? I'm from Jersey, but I'm not going to say it because I don't know if I can say things like that. We do have an obligation to YouTube to not be too vulgar over the top. So the people can just use their own minds. Yeah. Yeah. Meow. Miss Kitty will have her little thing there. So we've been busy. The cat was already complaining that she had so many movies to watch. They have short attention spans. I've said that before. You play with a ball and then you want a bowl of fish, but we did have to do some movie watching. So the
Don't forget
first
the
one,
catnip.
huh?
Don't forget the catnip.
I'm going to say, yeah, your catnip. I know that's important to you. I'm going to have another case sent to you because I think you work more efficiently when you have catnip in your life. So we're going to do that. So right now, I'm going to go and read this first report, and then you can give me your feedback on it because, folks, we never discussed this. You're watching us discuss this right here. So the first one is oxygen. Now, Oxygen is on Netflix and it's a psychological, suspenseful sci-fi drama. That's what YouTube said it was. So that's me repeating it. And it really is. Now, Oxygen, first of all, let's just start right off by saying that if you have claustrophobia, as I do, this movie is sometimes a little difficult to watch. And that's the truth. It's just difficult. But basically, this is a one woman show starring Jean Michelle Jarre or Jari. I never pronounce them right, but do you know it, Sam? What's her name? Jean,
Melanie
Jean,
Laurent.
Jean Michelle Jarre. Yeah, that looks good. If I'm wrong, tell her to write me a letter or write into us or leave comments on the comments section. Now,
Um,
huh?
I just thought I heard Melanie Laurent.
Well, I might be reading the wrong actress, so let's skip over that. Okay. There's one woman in this situation. So trust Sam about names. That's what I always say. Or Miss Felina. Her catnip gives her this power to remember names. But from the first second when you're watching this movie, you are completely captivated and not able to look away. That's what happened to me. And anyone who has ever at any time in your life had to gasp for breath will understand the premise of how incapacitated we can become in just one breath. Now, from the very beginning, we are set down the path determined to find out why this woman is trapped in a coffin like cocoon, because that's what we're seeing here, people. Now, throughout the movie, we are lost in her resolve to escape from her trappings. And once we hear the voice, and you can figure out what that is when you watch it, we know that at least she is being taken care of. It is a bizarre way she's being taken care of, but at least there's some situation that's helping her. Now, the end of the movie solves the mystery, but I refuse to give anything away, and I would suggest that you watch it for the amazing performance. Because it is quite a sci-fi movie like you've never really seen before. And anytime you have one actress that's basically carrying the whole show or actor, it's captivating to me how they pull you in and they really make you feel everything they're feeling. So she did a fantastic job. And what I'm doing with this one now, I don't know about you, Felina, but this one I'm giving a 4-finger review. So I gave this one 4 fingers, okay? 4, because I like the premise of it. So, so now, what do you think about Oxygen? Tell us this from your perspective.
Okay, well, I think it's a very suspenseful thriller. Basically, because the main character, played as Dr. Liz, she awakens to find herself locked in a cryogenic chamber and has no idea who she is or how to get out.
That's a problem.
That's the suspenseful type of thriller business there. And to boot, the oxygen levels are in the oxygen meter shows that the levels are going down.
And see,
And
Sam's giving you more details.
it's slowly being depleted from her chamber while she's desperately trying to remember what happened.
And she can't get out.
She can't get out. And the only, you know, communication she has is with an AI person. Well, it's not really a person, it's artificial intelligence, and his name is Milo. So,
Or as I said, the voice.
the voice. Well, he had a name, Milo. So
See, have more catnip.
so they keep trying to help keep the air supply from running out. Together, they discover a code that helps find out who she is and why she's there.
Don't tell him though.
No, it's very intense and raises questions about what humans will do to survive.
Mm, I wouldn't put myself in that thing. I would say it's time to go.
Oh, yeah, I can't even
Time to
imagine.
leave the planet spiritually rather than put myself through that. I think differently, but you're right. That's what people will do. It's like what the government will do. You know, they want to cultivate colonize other planets right away.
Right. Well, yeah, so I liked it, but I give it like a 3.5 cattails. Not yeah, cattails.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah, it is. It was really true though. I found it riveting because, like I said, I have claustrophobia. So when I'm watching it, I'm going, I'm feeling like, get out, get out. But the way they pull you in it, it's just amazing. But yeah, I think we both like that, and people, I think they'll like it too. It's not something I used to watch at one time, but it was done very well. They do these movies fantastic. So
Yeah.
that's it. Felina gave it a 3.5 cattails, and I gave it 4 fingers. So that's really good. So now the next one we watched, and you can tell us about your review first, is the CloveHitch Killer. So I know I had suggested that you watch that. So you tell me, what did you think about the CloveHitch Killer? And just
Um,
yeah,
that was pretty interesting. um, well, the Clove Hitch Killer has it starts off in a very small rural town, and they're in Kentucky, and they're all very nice church going people. But 10 years ago, some bizarre murders took place, and that they just stopped happening after the 10 years. Nobody knows why, except that the Clove Hitch killer is named Clove Hitch because it was his favorite type of knot that he used when he was performing the murders. Anyway, the film focuses on this church going family with dad, played by Dylan McDermott.
he did such a good job. I love him.
Oh, yeah. And he is playing the Boy Scout leader at the town. So he also has his son Tyler, and they occasionally butt heads, but in kind of a nice way. So one night, um, Tyler borrows dad's truck and takes his girlfriend out for a little drive. So she ends up finding a photo in Tyler's truck, who she assumes it's Tyler's truck. And it's of a woman, a young woman, tied up and gagged. And she looks at him like, what's this? And then he has to fess up that it really isn't his truck and he doesn't know where it came from. And boy, all hell kind of breaks loose because that backfired in a big way. So he goes and he gets in trouble for taking his dad's truck and going off with it. And then they're just kind of like trying to figure out what's going on with dad. Because, dad has a big shed that's all locked up. So somehow Tyler breaks into the shed and he goes through his stuff, finding a stash of some other incriminating evidence involving young women. So we don't know what the heck is going on there. He doesn't know what the heck is going on there, but something is relating to dad that's not quite right. So he continues to maneuver and he gets another friend to work with him and help him out. And you know, finally they just open up a new can of worms regarding the shed and relating to the murders. Well, the acting, primarily Dylan McDermott, was awesome, especially when laced with some odd touches of humor that he
Yeah.
tended,
Yeah, that always makes it fun.
yeah, relating to everybody, including his son. And, whatever he's doing, he's just making crap up. It was clear that he was making crap up to hide what he was doing, but he finally, goes by the wayside. So the plot revealed all sorts of twists and turns, and it leads to a really most interesting finale. I give it 4 stars.
Okay, for stars or cattails? Did you go to stars?
No, cat
Remember names and now you don't remember your rating system.
cat paws.
Oh, it's cat paws. She goes back and forth, folks, from cat paws to whatever. Yeah. So you said that was you gave it 3?
4.
4. Okay, you gave it 4. Okay. All right. Well, this for me, Sam pretty much stated it, but we start out with the life snapshot of a close and wonderful family. And the amazing dad is played by Dylan McDermott. And like Sam said, I was really impressed with him because I've never seen him in anything like this before. And his son Tyler, played by Charlie Plummer, they had and developed. It was really a good relationship they had. And the start of the story kind of paints the father as the great father. It's the great father-son relationship. He's helping his son, and with the he's a scoutmaster and everything. And that's usually a father's pretty involved when he's doing that. So when Tyler's girlfriend does find that tattered picture of a girl that's like in bondage in the truck, and we know it's the father's truck, something we can't quite put our finger on it because it's kind of like, oh, maybe dad's just a little kinky because some men like looking at those strange pictures. So since the truck does belong to his father, it's like throwing a rock into a perfect life, because basically it's been a wholesome life and all of a sudden this has opened him up, and now it's like, what the heck is going on? And that's what makes him curious, because he notices his dad's always going into that shed, and it's one of those locks where you have to have the combination, and kids know how to figure that out. So like you said, off he goes, and he finds those S&M magazines and a few other items. But while their base of love throughout the movie, I think what makes it different is the reason the father's making up those stories is because he does love his son. This does show that, because a lot of these stories we see, like we noted, actually happen. And 9 times out of 10, the serial killer in his real life is usually normal. You're talking about 2 different aspects of one person. And yeah, he's making up those bizarre stories because he wants to protect his son. That's why he's just saying, like you said, making it up as he goes along. But he has a reason for doing that. That's his way of trying to protect his son from knowing his life. So that base of love really does stay intact. And but the father's behavior, of course, becomes increasingly more bizarre as this is going on. Tyler becomes more and more curious, and it does get very captivating because this isn't the typical type of movie. Although after a while, this takes us on a mystery journey. But as I was watching it unfold, I just thought this is truly a different kind of thriller horror movie. And without giving the end away, it's because of their relationship that makes the ending of this movie so different and difficult, and that makes it holy cow kind. It's like holy cow. When you see this movie, it's worth seeing for the ending. So it's like holy cow. And what I did was I gave it 3 fingers. So I gave this one 3 fingers.
Mhm.
I probably should have given it 4, but when I did my report, the frame of mind I was in, I gave it 3. Let's use these. So anyway, that's worth seeing. It's a good kind of horror film, and I enjoy that. So okay, so now I'm going to do this one next because you had already seen this, and I've watched it twice. Now we usually, Felina and I just usually do movie reviews, but we put this one in. This is a series review, and this is Hollywood decorating. So while we usually review movies, so this is what we've done. So and it was really funny because Dylan McDermott stars in this too. And he's like, it's always fun to see them. Oh, you just saw this movie. Now look at them. They're a completely different person.
Yeah.
Because in this series, the first thing I want to say is this is a story that takes place. It's the truth of a time from post World War II Hollywood when
Mhm.
it was truly a golden and glamorous era, which is why I just wanted to talk about it. Because for those of you that don't usually do miniseries, if you like watching Hollywood movies, you might want to do this one because this is he is actually a gas station pimp in this movie, and the real gas station was called the Richfield Oil Gas Station, and his real life name was George Albert Scotty Bowers. And the actual location where this happened is on Hollywood Boulevard and Van Ness. He does an excellent job with this role, and Jim Parsons plays Henry Wilson, who was Rock Hudson's agent. And oh God, he's a very, I loved Big Bang Theory, but when you see again, actors are actors and they just blend into the next role they're playing. And he does a tremendous job in this role.
Yeah.
But this series actually received 12 nominations at the 72nd Premier Emmys Awards. And it's really a great view for any of you that love old time Hollywood. And who's that? Patti LuPone is in it, and
Yeah.
she was just so good.
Great. And
So what?
Holland Taylor is also
Yeah,
really good. The other lady.
yeah. It's
Um,
again, they had so many high power actors. They all did an excellent job. They're telling a true story that happened, and
yeah.
it's
There
just
was,
like amazing, huh?
there was Rob Reiner, or
Yeah, Rob Reiner played her husband. He played Patti LuPone's husband,
yeah.
and he did a good job. So I was very impressed with this. So, and also the music. For those
Mhm.
of you that are like in this baby boomer bracket, you'll love the music because this is all
Um,
songs. My mother used to sing a lot of these songs. She was a singer and she would be singing a lot of these songs. So what I did, this one got a full hand. This
yeah.
one I gave a 5 finger review to. I watched it twice. And
Mhm.
when I'm in the mood for a little bit of Hollywood, I'll watch it again.
Studios where a crowd of minor actors and extras are lined up outside the gate hoping to be chosen for a role in a film.
Yeah, that
So
was
they just
exciting.
go pick, let's see, maybe you, nah, maybe not. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's like a whole, you know, you like a cattle call. So they're outside the gate waiting to be chosen for a film. This is Hollywood post World War II, where a group of actors, directors, and producers try to make it big in the film industry.
And the
Everybody,
writers too.
yeah, right, screenwriters too. Carpet. Hollywood rules. Five cattails.
Okay. Yep. We both gave that a 5. So we agreed on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really a good one. We're getting closer. I think we're almost up to 400, so we're getting closer.
Yeah,
But
really,
yeah,
really good.
yeah, so we'd like to invite everyone because it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And it's really exciting to get comments. So leave us comments, subscribe. We love you. And
Yeah.
make sure that you keep coming back. And we'll see everyone again soon. So have a good day now, Felina. Stay out of trouble.